Welcome back to In La Cocina, in the kitchen. I'm your host, Mike Gonzalez. Thanks so much for sticking around. We've got a wonderful dish for you today. It's a stuffed poblano chili. And this is an original cookwithus.com recipe that we know you're going to love. We've got all these wonderful ingredients that we're going to tell you about in just a second. But I'll tell you what makes this one special, guys, is the chili sauce. So let's take a look at what's in the ingredients. We're going to start with our Mexican string cheese, known as Oaxaca. See how easily that breaks up. Also our manzanillas. And achiote. These come in three ways. You can get the achiote in seeds, which is probably the most difficult way to deal with them. Or you can get them in their cube form. You can find these at most Mexican delis. De Leon's in Spokane. Also Michoacana will have them over on East Sprague in Spokane. The easiest way you want to deal with achiote is in the powdered form, and achiote just has a wonderful, unique flavor, almost indescribable, very earthy. Also in this dish, we've got our garlic, onions, pepper, cumin, tomato. We've got our ancho chilies, and these are just your poblano chilies dried. We've got our guajillo chilies. We talked about the pliability in these throughout the show, so you want to make sure they're pliable. And finally, our jalapeno. All right, let's get started. Now it's time to char our chili. And we're going to do it on our gas range, and that's the best way. Obviously, everybody doesn't have a gas range. First of all, let's deal with it if you do. If you've got one of these racks, that's really the easiest way, because that's going to give you the flexibility to kind of turn it. But you also can do it without it if you've got some skill. But go ahead and get yourself one of these racks. They're not that expensive, and it'll save you a lot of headaches. So what we want to do is we're going to turn our burner to about medium to high. And when we blister it, we don't want to char it too black and make it unedible, but we want to get it to the point where it's nice and blackened and it's going to taste good. So once we've blackened that poblano chili, we're going to take our bag out, and the goal of this is we're going to steam the chili, and that's going to really soften the skin. And you can also do this in a paper bag, actually. It's just a matter of really making that steam. See how that steams up? You can see it already. Okay, we're ready to start sauteing our ingredients. We're going to start with some oil in our pan, about a couple of tablespoons. Work that in there. We're going to get our jalapenos. We're going to throw that in there. Ooh, you can hear them popping already. Our garlic. We're going to work about a tablespoon of achiote. And then we're ready to put in our ground pork and our ground beef. So as your ground beef and your ground pork is cooking, it's a perfect opportunity to take our poblano chili that's been steaming in our plastic bag. We're ready to take the skin off. So we come over here. It's a really simple process. Nice and steamed, it's nice and soft. So you can take the skin off with just a regular old spoon. See how easily that comes off? And remember, the reason that we take the skin off is because poblano chilies, they're not like your regular chili that you put in a salad, because you can't really digest them. So that's the reason that you have to take the skin off. So no special utensils required. Just a regular old spoon from your drawer.
Stay with us. We'll be right back on In La Cocina. Thanks for watching.
In the Kitchen is brought to you by the Hispanic Food Network. Visit our website at www.hispanicfoodnetwork.com. So once we've taken the membranes out of our poblano chilies, we want to take our string cheese, put it in your meat mixture, mix it around. We want to mix it a little bit. And once that's melted, we're going to stuff our chili. So as that cheese is melting, you're mixing it around, and we are ready to stuff our chilies, probably one of the funnest part. Not rocket science, it's exactly like it sounds, folks. We're stuffing chilies. Just get it in there, you know, open up your chilies, use your fingers, just get it in there, stuff it in. Oh man, wrap it around like a blanket. Got a couple pre-made because we got a crew to feed here. And I'll tell you what, by now they're salivating, I'll tell you that much. It's time to plate our chilies. We're going to start off with our tortillas. You're going to throw them right on your plate. And you could use a spoon to get your chilies out. That's the easiest way, so they're not falling all over the place. And then we've got our sauce. We've been sauteing. And what you're going to want to do, you can get the sauce right from the pan. You want to go around your chili because we're going to put that crema on top of our poblanos. See that? Just kind of go around. That's going to bring out that flavor. And finally, we got our cream, which is going to give it that nice texture. Oh man, my mouth is watering. I think it's time to eat. Now we come to my favorite part of the show, the taste test, the stuffed poblano chili. I love the kick from the achiote, the cream, the cheese, the texture. It's all so good. And you know where I learned this recipe? At cookwithus.com. And for more recipes, you can always go to their website. You can also go to the HispanicFoodNetwork.com and click on the Cook With Us recipe tab. And hey, we want to get your input. Let us know what you want us to cook out there, and we'll cook it for you right here on In La Cocina. We appreciate you watching. We'll be back right after this. That's going to do it for this edition of In La Cocina. We really thank you for watching. We want to thank the folks out here at Taco Tumbras out on East Sprague. If you've never hit up Taco Tumbras, you got to do it. They make wonderful, authentic Mexican food, some of the best in Spokane. Well, on behalf of myself and the entire crew, we'll see you next time on In La Cocina, in the kitchen. Adios. Authentic Mexican food, some of the best in Spokane. Well, on behalf of myself and the entire crew, we'll see you next time on In La Cocina, in the kitchen. Adios.